Good morning all. Two subjects to this video. The first is a new study that got released about photobiomodulation and knee osteoarthritis. And the second was a new pillow that I bought, which I think improved my sleep. So that's good. Okay, so let's start with knee osteoarthritis. Becoming more and more common as people live longer, and also becoming more common probably because people are slightly heavier than they were, and also they're not as active as they were, and therefore we don't have the same kind of normal locomotive patterns. Plus we wear shoes that will alter our locomotive patterns. There are lots of potential reasons as to why knee osteoarthritis is becoming more of an issue. But the great thing is a new study came out with regards to red light or with regards to photobiomodulation and knee osteoarthritis. And the conclusion, it was very difficult to come to a clear conclusion because a lot of these studies used lots of different wavelengths of light, lots of different fluences, lots of different total joules or total energy, and so it's very difficult to come to a complete and solid answer. But what they found was those that used slightly lower doses of specific wavelengths of light improved quality of life measurements, decreased pain measurements, improved balance measurements, improved strength measurements, reduced inflammation, reduced pain, as I said. And so they found all these positive associations. Now, again, correlation doesn't equal causation, but anything where you see a plethora of positive associations has got to be a good thing. And remember, this isn't taking pills that have side effects. This isn't dampening your own inflammatory response. This is improving your inflammatory response. This is improving other aspects of your health at the same time. And so we need to really consistently and objectively look at red light and photobiomodulation in general as a method by which people can get some relief from the pain. They can improve various aspects of their quality of life through red light. Now, I've got osteoarthritis, but it's in my ankle, and I swear by the red light. I think it is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. My ankle is factors of, I don't know, it's just much better. It is so much better. But I haven't tested range of movement or whatever. But the trouble is with osteoarthritis is range of movement. My range of movement, I think, was -5 degrees on the last test that I did, -5, which is awful for an ankle. But I think it's around 0. It might even get to 5 on good days. But the pain pretty much just dissipates once I use it. And I know the difference between a couple of days where I haven't used it and the days where I do use it. So for me, this just reaffirms what I already know personally about it. But what I'm trying to tell you is if you know someone with osteoarthritis, then please direct them to photobiomodulation devices. Because remember, these aren't pain pills that you're asking to pop. This isn't a case of, you might get addicted to opioids because you're in pain and you take so many of these pain pills that you get addicted to them. I mean, I think I am slightly addicted to the light because of how good it makes you feel, how nice it makes you feel. But there are no side effects to it. And so I highly recommend, if you know someone with osteoarthritis, direct them in the direction of photobiomodulation and have a look, or ask them to contact me and I will gladly go through what it can do, what it potentially can do for you. Now, of course, if you are sleeping badly, if you are eating very pro-inflammatory foods, if you are jumping up and down, going out for runs and you've got ankle arthritis, Is it going to be able to supersede all that? Absolutely not. Of course not. There has to be an element of control over it, an element of adapting your lifestyle to fit what it is. But if you are someone that doesn't really move around because of the pain that they get, can it provide a benefit to you? Probably, yeah. So that's that. That's about red light therapy and knee osteoarthritis. But as I've said before, with my ankle is I got ankle osteoarthritis, and it helps me massively. I also know that it's helped people with hand and finger and wrist osteoarthritis, and soon I should know about hip osteoarthritis, but of course with the hip joint it's very deep in there, so it'll be interesting to see whether the devices that I specifically sell are powerful enough to have any kind of positive effect, but I hope they are. I hope they will, and I'm positive to that fact. And then the second part, it's a very short part, was for those of you that obviously follow me, you understand that I am into circadian rhythms, I am into the light and dark cycle, and therefore I try and optimize things to suit those particular cycles, whether I'm in a dark cycle and asleep, or a light cycle and awake and alert and productive. And therefore, but one thing I've never, and therefore, like with regards to sleep, I have the right temperature in the room, I have it very dark in the room, I have very little sound in the room. But one thing I've, and I don't understand why, I've never really got into these pillows that are particularly like a tempura pillow or whatever. I've slept on them sporadically, like when they've been at someone else's house or in a specific place that I've been at, but I've never bought one for myself. I've never really thought about it. And then I was in a shop yesterday and I bought one because it was on a sale. I thought I'd try it out, and I slept, I think, better than usual last night on that pillow. Now, of course, I wake up fairly refreshed anyway because I go to bed at a certain time and I wake up at roughly the same time every day. And so my circadian rhythm, my hormones are fairly balanced in that sense. But what I found last night is occasionally I'll wake up in the middle of the night, like not wake up, but just be conscious of the fact that I'm not asleep. And sometimes that might be like a couple of times a night, and what I'll find is that if I wake up, then I'm in a different position to when I went to sleep. But last night, on that occasion where I became consciously aware, I was in the exact same position as when I went to sleep. I was in the exact same position, on my right hand side, on my side, facing the wall. And that by itself doesn't really tell me anything. I could have rolled round and then come back, but I felt so kind of peaceful and relaxed. So if you haven't thought about a pillow, go and think about a pillow and see if there's any pillows that you'd like to try out, because that pillow, that tempura type pillow, it wasn't tempura, it was a different make, it was just on a sale, but it was very interesting to sleep on that compared to the normal pillows. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you, like, if you haven't thought about getting a new pillow, it's much like if you haven't thought about getting a new mattress, etc. So I've had a new mattress and a new over mattress type thing, but I've never got new pillow. Well, I've always got new pillows, but I've never really thought about it until this one, and yeah, it was very nice. So I recommend that. But going back to it, let's just have a summary. Photobiomodulation for knee osteoarthritis again has been shown to improve various aspects of quality of life, reduce pain, increase range of movement, increase balance, increase strength. But the key thing is it improves quality of life. That's what has been shown on the latest study that was released in 2021 as well. And then also, if you are looking to improve your sleep, think about your pillow. I'm not going to tell you which pillow is best because I don't know. I haven't tested them. But think about your pillow as one of those things that you look at in your environment when you're trying to get optimized sleep. So as well as the dark, as well as the right temperature, as well as the right mattress, as well as the right sounds, look at the right duvet cover and the right pillow. Have a great